Good morning. It's Arlo Johnson from Vernon, BC at 11:08 a.m. And I'd like to carry on a little bit about what I talked about the other day, which I said I was going to do. And that is this discussion that some people are having, including myself, about the revelation that the city of God that is in Revelation 20 would not fit on this planet. And all of a sudden that seems to be the big problem. And these people have come up with a formula and a solution to that. They claim that God has said, I will, create a new heaven and a new earth. That's all he said. These people say that for the city of God to actually be on the planet Earth, Earth has to expand by 371 times, from 4,000 mile diameter radius to 1.1,400,000,000 miles. Now that's more than anybody can handle. Can't. But that's what it would take to get a big enough planet to handle that kind of a city in perspective. Now the thing is, I think myself that it's entirely possible, because God says he is a jealous God. God does not like people worshiping other images or anything else except him. That's what he says, because he said, otherwise it's not true, because he says, I am the only God there is. And as such, he demands the respect and the worship of his creation. Now, as far as this world being, so huge and large, I cannot see that that is, they say there's a conflict there, because God is so much greater than we can understand, that why wouldn't he have the largest planet and place and wherever he was? The universe is his. And it would be a horrendously advantageous thing for the people who are resurrected to live on that planet with him. You have to remember, it's forever. Now, a big planet like that, situated in the universe, basically no end of exploration and whatever on the planet and in the universe, I'm quite sure that it will be the job of people living in the universe with God, that they will have a job. They will have responsibilities to do. He will give them that. I can't guarantee that, but I definitely feel that would be God's way. Otherwise, it doesn't seem right. Now, so the size, there's nothing stopping God from doing this. Not a thing. I don't know if that is the way the human race is supposed to find out about this, and if it's just being sort of released to the human race now, And, 100 billion people, even if God saved the majority of them, that wouldn't be too many on that side of a planet, would it? No. And you have to remember, I'm going to repeat it again. The city is 1,500 miles from where you are to where the end of the one wall would be. In my case, it's Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles, 1,497 miles from here. So pretty close to 1,500. That's just one side. Now, it goes up 1,500 miles too. That could be 6,000 stories. Oh, I mean, the contemplation that people can have about this, or the wondering about it, or the whatever, could last a lifetime. And that's why it really is a stark difference, a real stark difference between that kind of a promise made by God, not by man, and the other result, which would be death. The penalty for breaking his law. And he's provided an out, he's provided a way to avoid that by giving his son in place of our death, son's death. If you believe that, and obviously believing is the important thing. Believing is the whole idea. Now, only God would come up with something like that. Not good works, not being a good person, not going to church, not being on the board of this and the board of that, and donating to this and donating to that. No. You can do that. That's supposed to be the result of wanting to be in God's kingdom. And I just, it's pretty hard. I cannot understand why people would reject that offer. And there seems to be, and there is more and more every day. They don't, they do realize, but they do it anyway, God says if you kill or murder, you're guilty. You're guilty of penalty of death. You've broken his law. Now, how can you have a whole industry and a whole philosophy and practically a religion of murdering children? You make every excuse under the sun about it. That is wrong. And it appears that people would rather do that than believe what God says. And that is brought about by just horrendous vanity and jealousy. And I have to say that women seem to fall into this category where they will follow Satan's big problems, which is vanity and jealousy. That's what caused everything that has happened. I told this one woman working in Shoppers Drug, big drugstore chain, I said, what is going on in here? I said, are women so flawed that they have to have all these things? I said, 99% of everything in here is geared towards women's products, beauty products, whatever. I said, find maybe 1% of some men's shaving lotion and maybe some razor blades. I said, that'd be about it. Oh, no, she said, that's not true. Well, I said, it makes me wonder. Now, I know that women basically have a built-in jealousy of males, and it makes you wonder why they do, but basically it's because God said that He created the woman out of the man, and the man was first, and He talks about sons and things like that, and that makes them jealous. And their beauty is very important, much more than it is to a man. And God made them way more beautiful than men for a reason, to attract the sperm that men had to reproduce the race, because it takes one generation and bang, there's nothing happening and it goes downhill. And I keep thinking that going back, all the way, it has to go back to, right to the beginning. My ancestry has to go back there, or I wouldn't be here, or neither would you. So that's it's a very important thing. Anyway, I would like you to subscribe if you have the time and the inkling and would like to be notified of more of these podcasts and videos. Yeah, I try not to get too carried away, but I want to just talk about things that matter. And it's not my idea, not one thing is my idea. It's just a remembrance to pass on to people, to say, do you remember, God said this and God said that. It's very important to do that. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all very much. It's been a nice, warm, hot summer. I don't know if it's global warming or just a hot summer. Not overly hot, but it's been pretty hot. But it's cooling off. By this weekend here in the Okanagan Valley, it's going to be down to around 80. And it's going to be 80 for a week or two, which just normally, tapering off. It'll be nice weather. So wherever you're at, I hope you enjoy the rest of the nice summer left and look forward to a nice fall. And if possible, think about reading Revelation, book of Revelations. It has blessing with it. God says He will bless people who read that. And that's the last thing that Jesus Christ said to this planet. That's the last letter, the last whatever. There will be no more. So, better not make this a long goodbye or anything. So God bless you, and we'll see you.